Lately, many cities have been overwhelmed with electric scooters, and they come in all kind of different sizes, designs, specifications and price tags. And today we're checking out how good or bad a sub $300 electric scooter is, and in this case we're checking out the TianRun Electric Scooter. So let's get started. First of all, let's start with the basics of this scooter. So in the front wheel there's an engine, or basically a motor, that has 250 watts of power, and this results in, let's say, a max speed of anywhere between 16 and 24 kilometers per hour, and an 8.8 amp hour battery providing enough range from anywhere between 13 and 24 kilometers. Now on the steering wheel is an LCD display that presents the speed, the battery life, an odometer and time. There's a carbon fiber frame with a weight capacity of a maximum of 120 kilograms. Last but not least, you can see that the scooter can be folded in within 3 seconds, and both tires are solid, which makes sure that you won't get a flat tire soon. So most of this sounds really promising for a $300 electric scooter, but the real question is, of course, how does it perform in real life? Well, pretty okay, to be honest. First things first, the design. I think that the design is, of course, first of all, personal thing, but I like the design. I think that the scooter looks nice. There are some nice elements, like the golden ring around the frame or the green logo onto the deck of the scooter. And then, of course, there's the size of the scooter, and for me personally, it is a little bit too small, because when I'm on it, it looks a little bit small compared to other electric scooters that I've tried in the past. So I am 1.88 m and I weigh around 80 kilograms, and when I'm on the scooter it looks a little bit small, and that's also because of the gravity point, because the gravity point for me is a bit higher, but when my girlfriend is on it, the gravity point is a little bit lower and she's 165, and I think that she fits way better on the scooter, and it is therefore also a little bit more comfortable. What is also not super comfortable are the solid tires that are relatively small with 5.5 and 5 inches. And those are of course very practical because you will never have a flat tire again, but anything besides asphalt won't be super comfortable to ride on. And on top of that, the front wheel doesn't have a wheel lock, so if you hit a small bump or you hit your steering wheel, for example, you can rotate the steering wheel 360 degrees, and that's kind of dangerous because you will tip over. Now in return, of course, you receive a very lightweight scooter because it's only 7.5 kilograms. You can easily fold it or unfold it within 3 seconds, and you can easily carry it therefore around or along with you to basically anywhere. So that's definitely a trade-off that you need to make. Now regarding the speed, 24 kilometers per hour is pretty achievable if you're not that tall and heavy like me with nice weather conditions, because I achieve usually between 18 and 20 kilometers per hour, which is still reasonable, but for example my girlfriend is the only one that can achieve 24 kilometers per hour. Regarding the advertised range, which ranges anywhere from 13 to 24 kilometers, is also pretty accurate, but then you need to keep in mind who's riding it, what are the weather conditions and what mode you've set, because then you are able to achieve either 13 or 24 kilometers, but it depends on so many factors that this wide range is actually pretty accurate. Now charging takes around 5.5 hours from 0 to full, so keep that in mind, and with an IP rating of 55, it is not waterproof, but it will keep some drizzles out. And since the battery is located in the steering wheel frame, you can drive through some small ponds, but be aware that the motor on the front wheel can be affected. Now below the LCD display we will find first of all the throttle, and in case you want to know more about, for example, the range, the speed, the time or the voltage left, the scooter has a nice LCD display to show you this. There are 3 different kind of speed modes, but I always leave it on the max speed setting, number 3. On the left side is the brake lever, but it only works if the scooter is turned on, else you can manually brake by stepping on the rear wheel. Now the rear wheel doesn't have any kind of light or braking indicators, so keep that in mind, but luckily the front light is very bright. The good thing is that the scooter also works without a battery in case you run out of energy, for example. The battery is located in the stem of the steering wheel, but the latching mechanism below that has a bit too much space to move around. Because of all the good and the bad things, I think that this electric scooter is better for a short commute than, let's say, a longer commute anywhere between 4 to 12 kilometers, because it's just not comfortable to ride on for a really long period. So it could easily replace, for example, a tram, bike or a short walk, for example from the train station to home or to the office, let's say. I didn't find it as comfortable as the Xiaomi electric scooter to drive back and forth 8 kilometers to my office. So just keep in mind that it's not made for long distances. Now if you decide to purchase it, this is the box where you receive it in. And once you open it, it's nicely protected by some foam. Now once you get the scooter out of the box, you will immediately feel the low weight of the scooter. It's only 7.5 kilometers. There's a booklet with other products that TianRun produces, including an electric bike, elderly electric scoot mobiles and more, which is super interesting to see that the company is actually pretty big and I didn't expect this. There's an instruction manual on how to use the scooter, how to set it up and install the handles, for example. In the box there's a wall charger with the appropriate cable, and last but not least we will find the handles. Installing the LCD display is relatively easy. First of all you need to slide it over the handle and then you can install the handlebars. Of course in the end it's up to you to decide if you think this is a bad or a good electric scooter and if it's worth to invest $300 into it. I think that it has quite some value for what you receive in return of this $300. But you can also definitely see and you can notice where they try to save some money on specific elements of the electric scooter. On the other hand, if you invest $100 more, you get the Xiaomi electric scooter, and indeed it is more expensive by 25%, but still the whole riding experience is a whole lot smoother and more comfortable, and I use this device for my daily commute to my work, which is 8 kilometers away from here. If you're curious about this, I will leave a link in the top right corner or in the video's description in case you want to check it out. I will leave all the specifications of this electric scooter in the video's description down below. There you can also find a link where you can purchase it in case you're interested in. If you have some questions, make sure that you drop them down below. Hit that like button if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and then I hope to see all of you in the next one.